It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see this team's burner at wide receiver. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. Buckle up. There's football coming your way, and it's coming up
next. As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scotch, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Heward. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in.
Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go in Week 11. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. 3rd and just 2 to go. Tight end going in motion here. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking right, and he finds him. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. He'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll give them a first down. Throwing off the play fake here. Headed out right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll try and throw it here. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Punting unit out now. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Motioning him from the slot right. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. We get a look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 29. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives them the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throwing now from the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he runs into some big bodies, and he's stopped right at the line. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Looking for a throw here. Finds a man right side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Cut out left. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw it on 1st down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
In his 11th year, still knocking them through. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On the return, here's Jones. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The home teams and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And it's not just a blip for him this year. He's been one of their go-to scorers on the ground as we get through the heart of this season, leading all quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Now a give on the counter. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. Another carry for him. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be a first down. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
From the 41. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that means third down coming up.
6 yards to go.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That one hits for 30. And it sets up first down.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They're throwing it. Chased out to his right. And they take this in for the score. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And his guys take a 4-point lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. On the return, here's Gibson. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they're going to have a first down. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on first. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 27. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Back to the well again. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. Motioning the tight end left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
They'll run for this. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He has the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys push their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. On the return, here's Jones. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Hits his running back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd down now, 7 to go. He's got a man left. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They send him left out of the slot. 1st and 10, looking to throw. And they make the tackle at the 38. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll throw it again. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here's a throw. That's caught for them. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
From the red zone now. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys get some late points and the lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys take a 4-point lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. They take over on offense now pretty late in this first half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. To throw here on first down. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. One of the tight ends motioning left. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Now ahead of third down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. Back to throw now. Escapes the puck. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Now looking to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. All right, no more excitement here in this first half. He kneels this one down. Both teams head to the locker room. That brings us to halftime. Just a 4-point game thus far. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. for the call of the second half. Here is the great Kate T.
The story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the third quarter. On the return, here's Jones. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And so far, with a chunk of the season gone, you can see he's been the league's most productive receiver in terms of yardage. They've got first down from the 31. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
He's going to throw this one. Complete beyond the marker. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They motion a receiver left. Back now, pressure on its way. Completed to his running back. And he's in, touchdown! These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys drive their lead to 11. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. On the return, here's Gibson. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Their offense running back out now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Get some space around midfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
False start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Running it after the penalty. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll throw it. Flush down now to his left. He's running for it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. Touchdown! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They're leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point
They've got a man in motion. He's throwing for it! And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Jones. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 39. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A give now from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
The pickup was 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Option give here. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Option design here. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
1st down from the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Throwing once again on 2nd and 10. This throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And the catch is made for the touchdown. Slant route as As it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And his guys make it a 10-point ball game. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. New set of downs for him at the 38. To throw it on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Throwing it again here. That one's complete over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd down, looking for options. The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got it! And in for the touchdown! No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His 1st broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
The quarterback on the scramble.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
They'll send out the punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. Fair catch made here at the 30. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Another drive coming up for this offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Complete over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They go play action here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll come up 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Pass play coming here. Connecting on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Hauled in left side. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two. You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, well, it's the same as all his teammates out there who are about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So that brings up 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. The game really in their hands at this point, Brock. We're going to see whether it's a celebration coming up next or overtime. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up. He'll look to throw it. Finds the in route complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Man in motion here. Now to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the fair catch made here at the 15. No return on that punt. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. Setting up to pass. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Back to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 2nd and 3 now.
At the 47-yard line. It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. He'll throw it yet again. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he doesn't get much. A small pickup down to the 42. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that brings up 4th and long. On now comes their punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Plowing up the middle. And he's going to take this one to the 25 before going down. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. All right, so in overtime, Brock, we could see 1 possession or we could see 3+. If the team who gets it first scores, the game ends then and there. A field goal or less, and we play on, and their opponents get a chance to respond. And if we're still tied after those first 2 possessions, this soccer chick likes this. It's golden goal football, Brock. The next score would win. Now, hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense making its way back out now. They couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and help them finish the job right away in OT. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
That one's cut along the left sideline. He does it. Touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. What a game for our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.